Hey guys. Okay, a lot's happened since I made my last video. A lot. And I'm gonna skip it all and go right to this. So I'm working with a priest. He's taking care of me and all that. I'm working with him, and he is giving me what they call dream sequence. And there's 9 dreams in this sequence of dreams. Well, I just woke up from one when they told me all about it. And this is what they do to you. So I want to make this because it's a sequence of dreams specifically for me, and how it works out and how it plays out and what it does to you and all that. Pretty weird. Anyway, I got lots of stuff to talk about. I'm going to make a couple videos of other things before I get to the big one. This is like 4 months of stuff that I want to cover it. But anyway, I'm going to get going on this. So, I go to bed. As soon as I go to bed, the energy comes in my head, the priest. So I got three. I got Jesus Christ taking care of me, the priest taking care of me, and a preacher. And he's taking care of me. Priest, the preacher, and Jesus Christ walk into your head. That's funny. Anyway, so the priest, these 9 dreams are from the preacher, I'm thinking. That's what they told me. And it's a dream sequence. That's what it's called. So, here's the dream, and then I'll walk you through it afterwards. I'm playing on a dead-end street. It's sort of like an alley, but it's not an alley. It's a street, it's a proper street. And me and my friend, feels like my brother, we're playing catch with a baseball or hockey, one of those, and at the end of the street. Something distracts me, and I go over to the house where another friend is in this house. So I go in this house, and I'm walking around, and I see a couple of other friends that I know. People I know, they're not my friends. I guess they're my friends. But anyway, they're all sitting there, and they got there's a girl and a guy. They're a couple. They're sitting on a couch talking to me, and I'm like, "Hey, how you guys doing? I haven't seen you in a long time." Blah blah blah. You know. And then all of a sudden they go, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, and then they just stop talking to me. I don't understand. So I left. I went walking through the living room, went into the kitchen. There was some girls running around and kids. There's 3 kids running around. And one of the kids went into the hallway to a staircase and went downstairs. I opened up the door to the staircase and I looked downstairs. I walked down halfway, and it was just a basement, great big giant basement, and it was nice and cool. Nice cool breeze. And I'm like, that's nice. Nice and cool down there in the basement. And anyway, I turned around and came back out. Then I walked into another room, and there was people, guys and girls, sleeping on the floor. They're all having sex in sleeping bags. And I'm like, what the fuck is, what? And I go, where the hell am I? Where, you know? Anyway, I walked by them, and there was some kids playing on the couch with people on the floor having sex and all this shit going on. And I'm like, fuck this. So I'm trying to find a way out. And I know there was 2 people that I know from this life here in town. 2 people, Windsor, that I know, old friends that I know, that are in this dream in this living room. One of them, I think one of them was having sex with another guy, and right in front of everybody, you know, in a sleeping bag. And then the girl, yeah, she was doing the guy beside the guy doing the guy in the sleeping bag. There was a kid sitting on a couch, and this ain't me, man. I'm leaving. So I'm trying to get out of here, and as I'm trying to find the door to get out of this place and go back and play hockey on the street, all of a sudden this guy jumps right in my face out of nowhere, like boom, right in my face, and he's got a knife and he's holding it, and he's not a huge guy. He's actually smaller than me, I think. But in this dream, I'm an innocent kid playing hockey. I'm just innocent, right? I don't look like I am now. I'm just a little kid, like 16 years old or whatever. This guy jumps in front of me. He's got a white shirt with blood on it. He's got what the hell is that? He's got a leather jacket, not a biker jacket, one of those, just a normal leather jacket, and it's open. He's got a white shirt with blood on it, and he's got like the Fonzie. What are them guys called? In the Fonzie days, back in the days, all them rock and roll guys, them guys. He's got a haircut like that, but he's blonde hairdo, and he's got a knife, a little tiny sticker knife, like a little one like that. You know, you open it up. He's got that, and he's pointing, and he goes, and he says something, and he goes, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, hey, I don't know who the guy. In my conscious mind, I'm perceiving this whole dream in my conscious mind. Okay. I don't like any I just seen. I mean, I know some people that are in there, but that, whatever. I ain't doing that shit. I'm leaving. Also, this guy jumps in my face. He opens up this knife and he goes, rah, 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 rah. And in my conscious mind, I don't know this guy. He looks familiar, but I don't know him. And he goes, you should get over your shit. Like that. And he goes, you should just get over your shit. And he puts it in my face. And then I was like, hey, I don't know who you are, what's going on. I think you got somebody else here, man. I don't know, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, holy fuck, what's going on? And as he's waving this thing in my face, yelling at me, I forgot what he's yelling about. The last thing he said was, you should get over your shit. Like, trying. Okay. And then, well, I didn't think that. I was just like, diffuse. And in my mind, he jumped out and startled me. I didn't see him coming. I didn't know he was there. I don't know who he is. But now I'm thinking, okay, trip him, pull my knife and stab him in the throat, okay, as he's waving this. But I'm like, I'm all mellow. I'm a little innocent kid. I'm like, no, just, I don't know who you are. What's going on? And I'm like playing that. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I got a hunting knife hanging on my belt. He doesn't see. So I grab him under the arm, flip my foot. As I'm throwing him to the floor, I pull out my knife and stab him in the throat. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. If this guy doesn't go away. And just as I'm waking up, oh, hold on. He said, you better get over your shit, like that. And he had blood on his knife and blood on his hands. Okay? Then, he said that, and I was getting ready to trip him and stab him. Like, whack, underneath the arm. At the same time, trip him, bring him down, stab him in the chest. Just then, I wake up. He disappears. The whole dream disappears. And I realize, hey, this is a spirit that's attacking me. That's what I'm thinking. So, immediately, as soon as I wake up, spirit that's attacking me. So I did that. I grabbed him under the arm. I hit him under the arm really hard, lifted him up. He had his little sticker knife like that. I kicked his feet up from underneath him. He landed on his back, and I stabbed him right here in the chest with a knife like that. big hunting knife. That's the way I did it. And then as I do that, the priest, he starts screaming at me. He goes, so how do you like your new friend? Hey, how do you like your new friend? And I'm like, what the hell's, I'm freaking out, right? And so my wife or girlfriend, the one from a past life, she's there, the kids are there, and the priest is there. They're telling me, this is what they said, that's the guy who stabbed you years ago. He's crazy, and he's abusive. They're telling me his past. They said, this guy wants to stab you again. He's after you right now, and that's why you need us. And I'm like, okay, let's hear it. You know, I don't believe anything. In my mind, I don't know any of the people that stab. I know a couple of them, but there's a lot of people out there that stab me in the spirit world who stabbed the physical me, breach. Okay, so I'm trying to understand what he's saying. So I'm just gonna walk you through it. The priest says this is a guy that stabbed you once, and the reason he stabbed you was you were creating stuff, and he was jealous of it, and then he came and he was watching you make model trains, and he said something, and you said something back to him, and then he stabbed you, and he stabbed you, and he stabbed me. Now I'm awake, sitting on the computer, and they sneak up underneath of your feet. They sneak up in the illusion underneath of you. I'm in reality here, but they sneak up underneath you and they stab your feet, and it hurts like a son of a bitch. They cut your toes off. This is what they did to me. So this is one of the guys in the preacher, I think he is. He said that the kid that was angry at me is angry because I called him a name about his hair. Call him a douchebag or something. Then I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you douchebag. You know what I mean? Something like that. And so I don't really know what happened. This is what the priest is telling me. So he got mad and started stabbing me. He stabbed me a bunch of times in the illusion, my feet, when I'm awake in this one. And then I went and told, and he said, the priest said, the reason he's violent like that is because he had ritual abuse done on him. Ritual abuse. When he was alive here on the earth. He had ritual abuse from his parents, and it was sexual and violent as he was a kid growing up. And that's when he died. That's why he's here. And this kid lives in St. Lucian, where I live. And he said, if you ever see this guy, you let me know. And I'm like, first time I ever seen him, dude. So the priest thinks he's talking, he thinks the priest, or the preacher thinks, I know consciously in my waking ego everything that happens to me in St. Lucian. No, I see 1% of it. So he thinks I already know what this guy looks like. He thinks I know what this guy's done to me. But I'm not. It happens here. It happens to my soul. My soul lives in St. Lucian. My brain goes to St. Lucian when I sleep. So I become me fully there. You understand? So when I go to sleep, I'm in St. Lucian world where shit happens. But I don't see it all. I don't see it all because I'm usually dreaming. But I get stabbed, I say things, shit happens. But in this dream sequence, Christ, or the priest, was showing me him so I could see me and him and stop doing what he's doing, because I'm doing what he's doing and he's doing what I'm doing. And it's just this beating the shit out of each other all over a fucking train. He had a smart comment about what I was doing, creating trains in the illusion. He didn't like it, so he said something, or he's just being a smart ass, and I got offended and said something back to him, and now he stabbed me. The priest took all that, put it into the dream, and showed me my opponent. I woke up and I go, I've never seen this guy. Never seen him. And I go, what the hell was with that room? I go, whatever this dream sequence is, first off, consciously, I don't hang out with people like that. I may know them, but I don't do that shit. It's sick and fucking gross, and I fucking ain't into orgies. Drug-induced orgies. So I'd never be there. And if it was me consciously, I go, if that was me consciously confronting a guy on the earth that was holding a knife in my face and threatening me, I would have knocked his fucking teeth out, grabbed that goddamn knife out of his hand and knocked his teeth out. He wouldn't have stood a chance. And I go, so how is this relevant in any way towards me? And he goes, it's relevant because you're him and he's you. And this is what happens in Saint Lucian, and you both have to let go of your shit, your anger towards each other. And I'm like, okay, that's all fine and dandy. Let's do it. Yippee. But I don't care who you are. You walk up into my face anywhere, put a knife in my face, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. That's fucking it. I go, self-defense. I don't know what the fuck do you want. What? I say a rotten comment. Oh well, big deal. I get rotten comments from Jesus Christ. I punch him in the fucking teeth. But he's showing me things. So whatever. Anyway, it's self-defense, man. If I make a rotten comment to the buddy, my neighbor, shut the damn dog up, I'm trying to sleep, and the guy comes around, kicks in my door, which has happened more or less, yeah, this happened, kicks in my door, puts a knife on my face, I'm just supposed to sit here and go, oh, please don't hurt me, I'm gonna call the landlord, no. Punching him in the fucking throat. I'm doing whatever I gotta do to get the knife out of his hand and knock him out. That's all there is to it. I don't understand that. So I'm trying to consciously understand why he's using my innocence. And in the dream, I'm innocent, being confronted by a big crazy guy. But the more I wake up, I'm ready to fight the guy. So I told the priest that. I go, dude, I've never seen any of these people. Some of them look familiar. Can't say they are from my reality. So how can you base my... And he goes, it all comes down to... He goes, forget all of it. It all comes down to I'm teaching you who you are through your enemies. And I'm like, okay, fine. So, I yell at people because they yell at me. I usually don't do anything. And the priest said, he goes, he didn't like you yelling at him when he said something about your train. And I'm going, what are you talking to this guy? Was that the real guy? And he goes, no, it wasn't the real guy. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? He goes, you yelled at the guy because he made fun of your train. And I go, yeah, so what? It doesn't mean I gotta get stabbed for it. I call 500 people a day an asshole because they're assholes. And he goes, well, stop. You won't have any fucking problems. And I'm like, all right, whatever. He can stop. So, but this is in the spirit world, so. This is shit you gotta deal with down in St. Lucia. And it's a lesson. It's a lesson. You seek what you are, right? But the thing is, I don't go around stabbing people. I don't. But if you come wave a knife in my face, everything I do, every violent thing I do, is self-fucking defense. Self-defense. And there's a lot of violence. St. Lucia. So I don't really understand. But I am a participant up to a point. You see, where most people would just walk away from when someone calls you an asshole on the street, most people just run away. Ah, you know, liberals and things. They're all yuppies and liberals. They all run away. Me, I'm like, hey, can you see that? Can you see that? Right? I ain't taking a shit. Well, I might stare at them. I might not do anything. But I'm just saying, if I do something, I'm like, fuck you, buddy. When I'm driving down the street and some guy's honking at me because I'm driving too slow, out the window, fuck you. Then they all come and they're yelling at you from their window, car window to their window, there's a big face off. I'm like, you know, shut up. I ain't getting a ticket because you want me to go faster, right? That's all there is to it. And then that's what it is. Escalation of rage. Road rage. And I know, don't go road raging, because whoever is raging in the road rage, be you right, self-defense, and you got the right of way and the right of everything, you rage, you're done. Because that's where they draw the line. That's where they draw the line. The police. I don't know how you compare that to Jesus Christ, but it's just another little example. So basically, you seek what you are. But then he's seeking on you. You see the play? So what I think the whole issue of this dream was, they want me to do, because I've had this dream three times already. Like in the past, a year ago, 2 years ago. Or similar dream. Because I recognize the guy. I don't know the event that occurred that got me in shit with him, but the thing is, it's like I'm supposed to find the fine line, you know, going yellow and belly up. That's what they want me to do. It seems that way. I'll ask them. I say, do you want me to go belly up? Just, or how else should I approach this? I don't know. And it all comes down to me living on the earth too, dealing with fucking people, psycho people on the earth. You're walking down the street. Look at everybody's wearing a mask over a fucking flu virus, a fake one, a fake flu virus, but that's so stupid. And then add on top of that, the people just fucking stab you, shank you walking down the street for no reason at all, or get in your face and give you problems. And you've seen it. You all seen it. Well, how do I just run away? Go belly up, run away? That's not me, man. I don't go stabbing anybody, but I'll say fuck off, you fucking retard. What do I do? I don't know. I could run away and go belly up and just forget about it. I don't know. But I can't fucking sleep at night. I just lay there and rage because I do nothing. I've done that before. And I get mad at myself. It's like I'm a fucking coward or something. And then I watch other yuppies. People call somebody a name and the person runs away crying. I'm like, holy shit, man. Get a pair of balls and fucking tell him to fuck off. And if he comes at you again, drop the fucker. One punch in the fucking nose and it'll drop them. Ain't that fucking hard to do. And I see it on the internet all the time. And that's the issue with me in St. Lucian. My soul in St. Lucian. But the thing is, my soul in St. Lucian has 3 different people. My innocence, I'm a little kid playing hockey, just want to play. My bigger soul, the soul without my consciousness, he'll tell you to fuck off and fight you if he has to. Self-defense, if you come at him. So it's always self-defense. I don't project that. I don't go looking for a fight. But if you bring one to me, I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth out. Or try to die trying. And then there's conscious me there. So I got 3 different innocence, the bigger soul me, and then all of a sudden, when I'm sleeping, the conscious me. You get it? 3 different things, 3 different perceptions in St. Lucian. Now I gotta figure out in the dream from Jesus, Christ, or the priest, or the preacher, which one is being affected. How should I react to that one being affected? The personality, the innocent kid, the bigger guy, or the me? Right? And I tell him that, but he's only giving me one perception in the dream. He's only working on one perception, my innocence. But I'm innocence in my head in the dream. But as soon as I wake up, my bigger soul comes in and says, yeah, whatever. I can take out half this fucking town with the shit I got. What's the lesson here? And so I just basically say, what's the lesson? And the basic lesson is, you're being an asshole, he's being an asshole. 2 assholes fighting. I'm like, alright, so what should happen? I take the stab and walk away crying. That ain't gonna happen. I belly up. Oh, you're the winner, you're the winner. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe. Depending on my mood of the day. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I'm still working on it. Life on earth. But as soon as you get up into the higher, above 13, you're in the light, all of it goes away for me. As soon as I'm in the light, I'm just happy with everybody. We're all having a good time. But 13 and below, don't grab my balls when I'm taking a piss in the restroom, or I'll fucking stab you in the heart. Don't grab my ass when I'm taking a piss in the restroom, or I'll stab you in the heart. Don't wave a knife in my face, or I'll punch you in the nose. You know, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I can't help it. All right, time's up, guys. Got 46 seconds. That's dream sequence number 1 out of 9. I have another one for you this afternoon, probably. Later, guys.